How are things in the world of Canada, Shawn?
Well, it's green and rainy, and all kinds of things are growing, and potentially a thunderstorm on the way here. But in betwixt all of that, there is sunshine. Last week was hot. Oh, it averaged like 32 to 35 in Saskatoon,
Wow.
which was the polar opposite, literally, no pun intended, of when you were there when it was minus 35.
It was minus 35. Yeah, it's one of the greatest experiences so far is going up to Saskatoon in December. NCCH says, hello, just in from watching Star Wars. How do we get involved? I just missed that. If you find us on Facebook, we're on the Performing Hypnosis page as well as Hypno News page, and send us a message on there, and we can send you a link to join on. In fact, it would be cool to have you on as a guest. Actually, drop me a message, and we'll have you on as a guest possibly next week. That would be cool. Yeah, so that's a fantastic hypnosis college here in the UK, who does some great work and possibly a great guest for Hypnosis Hero as well, Shawn.
Excellent. We're always, you know what? Speaking of Hypnosis Hero, we're always looking for new guests, new people to interview.
Yeah.
Uh, and speaking of Hypnosis Hero, there is one of the other heroes, my co-host with the most from the coast. Try saying that three times real fast.
I'm gonna
Uh,
say, yeah, if you say it three
or,
times real, Brian appears.
whoa, you and I were going to the same place, or we could just say Brian.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, no, we are always looking for hypnotists to interview, and not just any hypnotist. I mean, we're looking for people who are doing some really kind of unique things.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Tina. Thanks for the heart, Tina. Um, we're looking for people who are doing some really remarkable things in the world of hypnosis.
Yeah.
And I don't recall in the past 100 or so episodes that we've he's at the bar. Don't walk into it. Uh,
Uh-oh. Brian at the bar is a dangerous place.
well, especially if it's a metal bar,
Yes.
don't want him to walk into it. Um, the, the in the past 100 or so episodes, because I think we're at like 103 or something like that now. I don't recall anybody that we've interviewed that has or is part of a teaching organization like a
Mm.
university. So, to me, that would be a valuable interview to let the world know that, hey, because we get asked all the time, like, well, do I need to have a certification? Well,
Yeah.
technically versus actuality, you better have some training. That's the more important. The piece of paper at the end, anybody can draft up a piece of paper at the end, but you better have some training behind you if you're going to be helping people.
Do you know what it is as well? I think, especially when it comes to the training, it's don't go do your course, get your certificate, and then go out and change the world. I mean, that's great, but I think you've always got to be training. You've always got to be learning. I'm too many years to care to think now, 20 plus years, and I'm still always looking for new training opportunities. And they work out well for one, you kind of go, oh yeah, that makes sense now. Or you get moments where you create a better network and you meet new people. And yeah, it's always trying to find new workshops and training opportunities.
Yeah, and again, that always be learning.
Yes.
I was actually thinking about writing an article at some point for a particular magazine that uh, is published quarterly, um, on always be learning, with the main character named Abel. Always
Yes.
be learning.
I believe I'm writing an article. I believe I'm actually speaking on his podcast on Monday, Sunday night for my time, about the article I'm doing for the next issue. So I got my arm twisted for that. But Dan does such a great job.
Yeah, my article's already in. It was in for the last episode, last magazine, and he opted to rearrange it and put it in with this one here. So it'll be interesting to see because I mean, for those of us in the know, i.e., you and I, we know exactly what is coming. In
Yeah.
this next issue, and it may, not that we want to ruffle feathers, but it may ruffle some feathers. Uh,
It's good that he has a strong opinion on certain things, and I think that's a good thing about a magazine like that is it does get people talking.
that's the goal, right
Yeah.
there. Exactly what you just said. Is if people are talking, way
Yes.
better. If people are not talking and there's back talking and so on and so forth, that's not
Mm.
going to work, guys. We as hypnotists have to be professional and take our ego out of the mix,
Yeah. 100%.
and figure out what that nugget of truth is for us that we need to apply to our practice, to how we do things. And again, that's what conferences are for as well.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. It's been a funny one for me this week. Um, just kind of it's been, as we know, we've been on the road. It's been craziness. But I wish there was someone that did a talk that told me how to avoid deers.
You know what? The way to avoid deer is go slower. Um, only because and this is experience speaking. I was on the highway, and the highway between Regina and Yorkton.
Yeah.
It's wide open, and I had just bought a new vehicle,
Nice.
new to me anyway, and I could see the deer coming, and I slammed on the brakes. And if I'd have slammed just a little bit harder, I would have been fine. But the tail caught the passenger, front passenger, like around
Oh,
the light, and it was enough to actually bend the steel in the car, and the deer, of course, ran away, probably with a sore tail. But
my,
and had I been any faster, it would have been a complete wreck.
yeah, my day wasn't as lucky. So it's dented the rear passenger door on my car, which is quite funny because there's some, let's just say, a brown stain that goes across the door
Hmm.
of deer poop. But then it staggered into the other side of the road, and then another car came and finished the job. So I think I'm on 4 days now, which is not good really, because I'm an animal lover.
No, yeah, it's not that we don't like them. It's just that they forget that there's no, to look both ways before they cross the road.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, someone needs to teach Day the Green Cross Road. But I will say this: it is important for it is like Tales of the Road when you're performing and you are on the road late at night, going from gig to gig. You don't think of these things, and you could be, a million miles away, cruise control, going down that freeway, and all of a sudden, I mean, deer are one thing, but you guys have moose or mooses.
Yep.
What is the plural of
The
moose?
plural of moose is moose.
Oh, well, you have moose, which I didn't get to see one.
It's
Um,
okay. I can send you a picture of some of them that have been
yeah,
uh, collided with the big trucks and whatnot that are in the ditches.
yeah.
Uh, and
Brian, if I sorted the email out, Brian, no, I didn't manage to get to the office. I've only managed to get home about 10, 15 minutes away. But yeah, it's on my list to do first thing when I get to the office tomorrow, Brian. Jaguar Day Hunter in metric. Yes, absolutely. I've not crashed into any walls though, Brian.
yeah, and you actually have a couple of walls in Britain.
Yes, we have quite a few. Very famous. We have Hadrian's Wall.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be interesting because I'm always looking for new tips on how to stay awake and alert whilst driving. Coffee sometimes doesn't cut it. And so having something that can kind of keep you awake, legal, obviously, something that can keep you awake, keep you alert for long journeys, is a godsend, really.
Yeah.
I used,
Uh,
I used sugary sweets like wine gums. Do you have wine gums over there?
Yeah, I like jelly beans.
Yeah,
Jelly
jelly
beans, of
beans are
course,
good.
are because it costs an extra half a cent to make, jelly beans as opposed to wine gums or gummies or things of that nature. Um, they're not as common as they used to be. They used to come in just a nice package. But for me, sugar's not. You hit snow and nothing died. Well, that's not entirely true. I'm sure the snow got hurt. Um, yeah, for me, chewing gum, talking to myself sometimes, as crazy as it sounds, I have some of the most intelligent conversations, working things out
Yeah,
during the late nights. And now that I'm an empty nester, again for the next little while, I'm finding that I'm solving problems out loud myself, just talking about them.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think it helps. I
yeah,
must admit, windows down and cool air helps massively. But yeah,
set your phone to take dictation and just start talking.
yeah.
I think one of the you know nice things now, especially with AI, is that we can do that and just talk and then start spinning things. You never know what's going to come out of it at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're driving.
Do you know what? That's a really good idea. So I got applaud again. One of the things I got from Performing Hypnosis Summit in Las Vegas, not last year, the year before. Scott McFall was showing me he's got Plaud, which is like a little credit card size thing that goes on the back of your phone, and it records and kind of it's like connects to ChatGPT and it transcribes and it summarizes and does all sorts of great stuff. And so that would be perfect for that type of thing where you're spitballing, but then summarize it at the end. So yeah, yeah, good idea.
Yep.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, and I mean, definitely, if you need to ensure that you're awake for a particular stretch of the road, well, let's just bite your tongue if you have to.
yeah.
Pain has a way of waking people up.
Oh yeah. I do find I've managed to so far, fingers crossed, master the art of that 20-minute nap. So if I'm going back and I'm starting to fight it, don't fight it. Pull into a service station, have a coffee, and then have a 20-minute nap. And then it takes about 20 minutes for the coffee to kick in, and so you kind of wake up in 20 minutes feeling really alert, if you know what I mean. And you don't drift off into a deep sleep, so that helps. So I had to do St Ives to Sheffield last week, which was an all-nighter, and that helped with that. But don't drive tired, kids. That is the important thing.
Don't drive impaired. Don't drive tired if you can avoid it,
Yeah, yeah,
and, and don't drive erratically either.
yeah,
That garners other attention.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Now I know some people will be driving to PHS. So hey, Dan, there's a crew of them coming down in a truck with lots of goodies for PHS this year, and they're driving. I love the idea of that, of kind of driving across America to all the conferences. That would be quite cool, I think.
It would be interesting to take a look at how you could structure it. So the latest conference in North America is in towards the end of October. I believe it's Canada
Yeah,
Hypnosis Conference. So if you were to structure going on a year long trip, um, that would be. Let me think about this here. So you'd start in January in Vegas with the Performing Hypnosis Summit.
yeah,
Goal of ending in Toronto, um, and the Canadian Hypnosis Conference. So
yeah,
in between there, you would have. Let me think here. You would have an NGH conference if you belong to NGH. The HEA would probably have a conference, but it would be online. There would be IMDHA, and a few IACT and a few others that would have conferences in Florida. You would be the goal would be that by July you would be in Vegas again for Hypno Thoughts.
Oh, let's. I've got that here as well.
Yeah, so we'll give a shout out to Scott and Stephanie. I know that for them the conference is getting real close, and they're making sure everybody's on the same page when it comes to what's going to happen at the conference. And I know there's still people that are looking to get tickets, and there may be some people that are sitting on the fence about going. You know what? Go.
Yeah,
uh,
especially
if you're going to jump into a conference and you just
yeah,
want to, even if you're just testing the waters and you're not sure who you're going to meet, this would be the conference to go to,
yeah,
because there's so many different types of presentations going on at any given time. So I
yeah,
would say this would be one to go to, take a look, and hopefully connect with some of the presenters or some people that are in the same sessions that you are. Uh,
yeah,
Obviously, they would have similar interests, and then go from there. Find a regional or local or independent conference that's around you, and there are a
yeah,
lot more than there used to be. When I was at Hypnothoughts, it was Hypnothoughts, Mid America, Heartland. Oh yes, we forgot to mention Heartland as one that you would get to in April usually.
yeah. People.
Yeah,
And Heartland is one of my favourites as well. It's an absolutely great conference.
yeah,
William does a brilliant job of that in St. Louis.
yeah. And so we've got way more conferences. So Michigan, of course, is another conference that's in September. I know LA's got a conference coming up. I want to say it's in September or October timeframe as well. They didn't exist a few years ago.
Yeah.
They're relatively new. There's my buddy from Saskatchewan,
Uh,
Jesse Lewis. How's it going, Jesse? Hope things are well in your part of the province. We're about to get a thunderstorm here, I think. So if the power goes out, I should still have enough just to finish the show here. Backup
oh,
generator, you know.
backup
Um,
generators much needed.
yep. What can I say? But these conferences, Performing Hypnosis Summit as well. You know what? It happened because somebody decided that there was a need within the hypnosis community to um, take a good hard look at what we're doing. So,
Yeah,
Performing Hypnosis Summit obviously deals with performing, but it's not all just geared towards being on the stage. It's the business. How do you do
yeah,
things? How are you? How are you? And Jesse, I'm going to pick on you a little bit because you're here. Jesse's got his customer relation management database set so that
mm,
when somebody asks for a quote, that he's got it. Just it's as automated as it's way more automated than what I have. I'll tell you that. But because of that, it makes him efficient. His clients are feeling like what? Hey, this guy is on the ball,
yeah,
uh, and I makes them want to work with him more.
yeah.
And I know over the years. Go ahead.
Yeah, just shout out someone on TikTok is going to be at my show in Islay on Saturday. Really looking forward to it. And see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean. Yeah,
No worries. We gotta do that because hey, TikTok is it's the new kid on the block, so to speak, for social media. But um, and I look at what Jesse has done over the course of his career in hypnosis,
yeah,
and how people are looking at when I need entertainment. Well, I worked with Jesse before. I'm going to work with him again.
yep,
You know what, Jesse? It's not. It's the smartest thing when you can have a system put in place so you don't have to worry about it.
yes. And I will shout out to Jesse as well that a lot of stage guys, we are performers first and foremost and not business people. And because of that, we don't do the traditional marketing routes that a lot of people do. Jesse is fantastic, or especially on his LinkedIn, on his socials, of putting informative videos out there to help bookers as well. So that really does set the standard as well. And it's bizarre that there's not many that do that, and that really does help Jesse stand out.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And so you want to know where I actually met Jesse? Was at the Performing Hip Summit, even though we live 3.5 hours apart from each other.
Oh
And,
wow,
and even though he's performed at a school or two in my school division, but
yeah,
I never met Jesse until I went to the conference, and then we had an opportunity to actually sit down and chit chat and get to know one another. That's the power of being at a conference. Uh,
it's it's the power of PHS.
yeah,
Again, Performing Hypnosis Summit in Las Vegas. What really is special about it is performers and people that are interested in that side of things. And so there's lots of stuff for hypnotherapists out there. And hypnotherapists have their own challenges, and coaches have their own challenges, and all of these people have their challenges. But the performers, we have different challenges. That being on the road, that stage fright, all of that stuff makes a massive, massive difference, if you know what I mean. And so, to get a niche within a niche within a niche and to be able to sit down is an absolutely, and Tom is here as well.
yeah. Tommy says that he can't hear us, so we'll just say turn the volume up, Tommy. Um, we'll see if he hears that. Um,
There we go. Nora's here as well. Nora, how are you? Long time no see.
Yep. And Jesse is correcting me. He says he's been performing at 5 schools in my division. So uh,
Wow.
then that's good because at this point in time it would be a little bit of a conflict of interest for me to do it.
Yes. And the thing is, when you talk about you guys work in the same area, having worked in that area as well, that area is vast. It's a big area to work.
Yeah. So if I say 3.5 hours in the car on the highway,
And that's and
that's
that's just, and that's just to the local shop.
yeah, and exactly, and when you think 3.5 hours in the car, you could maybe get across London.
Oh yeah, I think I could be in London in about 3.5 hours. Yeah, I could be in London in about 3.5 hours, 4 hours from here maximum.
Oh, Tommy is so enamored with the way that we look that he can't hear us.
He's such a smooth talker, is Tommy.
And I know Tommy just put out a post on social media about following him on YouTube. So the question was, why aren't you following me yet?
Awesome. So one more shout on TikTok. Harriet, really looking forward to Saturday as well. Do spread the word. It's going to be a fantastic show. I'm traveling a long way to come up there, and I'm really looking forward to it as well. It'll be my first time on the island of Islay, and so I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some new TikTok videos whilst we're up there as well. So yeah, no. So Shawn, I'm this Saturday. I'm performing in it's a little Scottish island called Islay. So for me, it's a 9 hour drive and then a ferry.
No, no.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, but yes, it's going to be really interesting. So I'm looking forward to that show.
Nice.
Yeah, I've actually blocked out the weekend for it. So yeah, which is not something I normally do.
Now, with a 9.5 hour drive and a ferry ride there and back,
Yeah,
I would block the weekend too, and no question.
exactly,
Like
exactly.
when I went north to Meadow Lake, I blocked the weekend because I knew there was no way that I was going to hop in the car after the show and drive back down, regardless of what the weather was like.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the things that and the performers that are in the room will know this. Like hypnotherapy is great. You can help people transform their lives. And you speak to many of those people on like Hypnosis Hero on the podcast, and that is fantastic to help people change their life. But as a performer, there's something about you know that feeling when you come off stage having done a good show, and especially when people haven't seen a hypnosis show before. It is one of the best feelings ever.
Yeah, yeah. And Nora says, "Hope you're both doing great." And we are
fair to meddling.
We are working it right now. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're in the middle of work, people rarely will ever assess whether they're good, bad, or whatever it is. It's just got this work that I have to do, and that's the focus. And then
Exactly.
you step back and say, "Wow, I did all of that." That's
Yeah,
when we know that we're good.
yeah, yeah. It's when you're in it, you're like, oh my goodness, but then you look back and you go, oh yeah. So hopefully you and Chris are well too. Oh yeah. Have we got? We haven't gone through everything. Who is your hypnosis hero? This when's the next one?
Yeah. So this Wednesday is Amanda Laporte. Actually, Tuesday. Um, Tuesday coming up is Amanda Laporte. She is based out of Hamilton, Ontario.
Yeah,
So for those of you that know a little bit about Canada, Toronto is around the north end of Lake Ontario. Hamilton is kind of curved around that southwestern end of Lake Ontario, and it is they often refer to it as a steel town. So similar to Pittsburgh type of industries and so on and so forth. They Hamilton and Toronto do have a rivalry. There's no question. Uh, Especially whether Hamilton doesn't have an NHL hockey team. If they did, that would definitely be a rivalry. But pretty much everything else, football teams, you name it, they will go toe to toe with Toronto.
yeah.
Uh, what I like about Amanda, and the reason that I approached her to be a hypnosis hero guest, was the way she was presenting what she was doing on social media. Uh,
Mm.
it is very focused, very targeted. Um, eh, yeah, Jesse, the Tiger Cats, they're good, except that the Rough Riders beat them the last two times that we met in the Grey Cup. So badly, actually. Well, not 89. 89, that was a more even game, uh, but yeah, Canada has more than three cities. Oh, Tommy, you're going to have to come for a visit. I will take you places that actually Jesse and I will go on a road trip. How about that? We'll take you places that you would never dream existed.
Are you flirting, Shawn?
No, stating a fact.
Yes.
In fact, we do actually have more than three cities. In fact, the rest of us in Canada, that aren't at the center of the world, uh, often say, "Well, that might get us to northern Saskatchewan, Jesse. That's about it." Yeah.
Yeah. You've
Um,
got to you've got to go, Tommy, in December.
yep.
You've got to experience
Yeah.
the
The full
full
course of a Canadian winter.
getting out of the car and putting in fuel. And by the time I'd put the fuel in, I thought I was going to lose a finger. It was that cold. Yeah, I loved it every minute of it, though. To be fair,
Yeah. Canada is an adventure. What can I say?
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That. Well, we were talking about it, Jesse. Remember you and I and oh gosh, was it Brian? I think it might have been a hypnosis hero because you were on your way to Regina. I know Grant was that same day. I know Grant was on his way to Regina. He left a few hours before you did,
yeah.
and I know that the roads were closed right after you were going down
Oh,
because of rain and ice. But that was the day that I was going up to Meadow Lake, and we got stopped. Well, I got the Royal, me and 35 or 40 other people got stopped because there was a semi that jackknifed on the highway. There was one in the ditch. There was, I don't know, four or five other
yeah.
vehicles in the ditch, and there was an inch of ice on the road because it was that blizzard system had looped back for Meadow Lake the next day. So
I remember driving up. The agent had got me a very nice Mercedes saloon car, which is exactly what you want in a blizzard in Canada. think he was trying to kill me off. And I remember I've always had this thing of I always get to a show. I always get to a show. And I remember driving in the snow and seeing, like you said, all the trucks in the ditches on the side, being like, "Oh, I don't think I'm going to make it." But
You know what?
absolutely,
You know what the issue is? People that have four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive forget that gravity works.
yeah,
Momentum is a thing. So when I drove to Meadow Lake, I wasn't doing more than 60 for at least half of the way there. At
yeah,
60 to 80. Depending on whether or not I could see the road. And yeah, I mean, you take it as slow as you can, and and still move forward. But yeah, I arrived probably about an hour and a half before showtime, and I was planning on being there like 3 hours before showtime. So you plan ahead as best you can and hope for the best.
so Jesse says, "Don't pee outside. It freezes off. Lost 3 inches last winter."
Well, yes, there have been those accidents.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is we can sit back and laugh about it now, right? Like
yeah,
it happened, it was an adventure, and life is good. I can
yeah,
also, and I'm sure Jesse could too, tell you about snow in August and snow in June and so on and
wow.
so forth. Yeah, it happens every so often here. So I'm pretty sure if I look back in the records, there is snow in every month of the existence in Canada. So
Nice. I must admit, beautiful part of the world. I would love to see it in springtime or summertime, just to see the contrast of the two.
yeah, I
Um,
didn't I didn't actually get down to the river, despite the fact I was in Saskatoon for 4 days. But
yeah,
the trees are, the leaves are coming out now. The geese are running around, making sure people stay away from their nests and so on and so forth. And the Canadian Air Force, as Brian calls them. Uh, and ducks are swimming in the river now, and there's birds and so on and so forth. Saskatoon in the summer is actually a very exceptional place. University campus comes alive. Uh,
so
yes,
on TikTok is asking if I can make my friend into a T-Rex on Saturday. I'm actually just working on a dinosaur routine as we speak. So yes, I think a T-Rex routine on Saturday is a must. So yeah,
and yeah, Brian saying you've never been cold till you've been Canada cold. That's that. Yes, but certain parts of Canada, yes.
yeah,
And Jesse's saying, yes, the dandelions are finally out. Yes, they are. The pine pollen is going right now, and the poplar trees are releasing their seeds. So anybody with allergies right now, yeah, I get it. Um, but yeah, I mean, once that's done, and we give it a little bit of heat with less moisture, the mosquito population tends to die down a little bit, and it's actually not a bad place to be.
yeah. There you go. Not only do we do Hypno World News, but we do Hypno World Weather. It's a very British thing, I think, that they'll talk about the weather. And
Well,
Canadians are honorary British people as well, anyway. So,
I think we're still part of the Commonwealth. The last time I checked, yes.
yeah, absolutely.
I still remember we were in a hypno hustle, so would have been Scott King and Bob Martin and quite a few other people, and somebody was talking about the weather where they were. Might have actually been Casey, and she said, "Yeah, we finally got rid of the cold, and it's still this, that, and the other thing." And Scott said, "Look, don't talk about the weather. Sean's going to beat you with experience."
Cool.
So
We'll mention PHS again whilst we're here. But yeah, PHS speaker submissions are open till mid June. Yeah, I'm really excited for this year.
yeah, it is. And the reason that we went to mid June was, of course, I was away. We didn't just talked about the 4 or 5 days I was in Saskatoon. We were originally going to cut it off at the end of May, and we thought, you know what? Let's give it a couple more weeks here because for me, that week, of course, was busy, and the next two will be really busy, and then after that, it's I won't say coasting to the end of the school year, but it is just wrapping things up in the end of the for the end of the school year,
Yeah,
which for us is the last Friday of June.
nice. Do you know what? It's coming around so quickly. I know in June we've got the World Cup starting. It's also across the world. It's not just here in England, and that has a devastating impact on shows. And so, like shows that have had when matches would have been rescheduled to other dates. So it's looking like a busy summer season, which is nice.
Yeah, well,
Cool.
that's good. Yeah, and yeah. After that, everybody says, "What are you doing for the summer?" Well, it's not like I don't have lots of things to do around the house. I got to put the house back together and get it to be what's the word I want to use? Get it to be saleable because
Yep.
at the end of next year, I'm thinking it's time to sell, and I'll rent for the remaining time that I'm here in Yorkton, and then we'll see where I go from there.
Yeah. Travel the world, Sean. The world is your oyster.
Well, I know Dan has wanted me to come to Michigan,
Yes.
and Tracy wants me to go to the Canadian Hypnosis Conference.
Yeah. And we'd
Uh,
love you. I say we. It's nothing to do with me.
yeah,
But it would be great to have you over here for the UK Hypnosis Conference as well.
yeah, that's that. And Ireland definitely is another one.
Yes.
Actually, I had to talk to Carl about that because he was here in Canada after the hypnothoughts that I was there with Jim, so it'll be 2022. He said, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'll look you up." I said, "Where are you going to be?" He says, "Swift Current." I said, "You're not going to look me up. You're 7 hours away from me."
Yeah. 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 I remember being in like, the same area of Canada of you and still being a fair long drive to come and meet you.
Yep. Yeah, you were technically about 40 minutes away, but I'm sure that drive was probably closer to an hour by the time
Yeah.
everything hits. So
But Jesse Lewis says beaver attacks everywhere.
yeah, and they can be nasty. Those guys.
Yeah. There's
Um,
nothing worse than angry beaver. Oh, and on that note, Sean,
on so many levels.
on so many levels. And Brian says, book your hotel. We should
Yeah, you know what? We
get that
can definitely
as
say that
well.
there is a room block available for
Yes,
PHS. So uh, make sure you book your rooms. The link, of course, off of the performinghypnosissummit.com website. Do that. Make sure you start looking for those deals for
yes,
flights and transportation.
yes,
If you happen to be on the route that Dan's taking, you might be able to thumb a ride. I don't know if people still do that or not. Um, I know the Incredible Hulk used to.
yeah, yeah. What was the other one with the dog? The littlest hobo.
Oh yes, that was a great Canadian production
Yeah.
with a
Wow.
dog named London. Not
Yes.
not after London, England, probably London, Ontario.
Well, you never know. Cool. Guys, that's it from me. Have a great week, whatever you're doing. This week, show wise, I have one show up in Islay, which I'm really looking forward to. And so, yeah, cool.
Awesome. Until then, next week, take care, stay well, and be awesome. Have a good night, everybody.
Cheers, guys.